Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Leap English Podcast, where learners become speakers. I'm Lily, and I am so excited to be here with you today.
Hey Lily, hey everyone, I'm Jake, and wow, it's great to be back. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. Had my coffee, feeling energized. How about you?
I'm doing great, actually. I'm really excited because today's topic brings back so many memories for me.
Ooh, memories? Now I'm curious.
Yeah, personal memories. Today we're talking about techniques that completely changed how I learned English.
That sounds promising, and I'm sure everyone listening wants to know these techniques.
They really do work. These aren't theories. These are methods I actually used myself.
Perfect. So before we jump into Jake's story, quick reminder, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We share practical English learning tips every week.
Yes, please subscribe. And if you're returning, welcome back. We're so happy you're here.
All right, Jake, I'm ready. What's today's topic exactly?
So today, we're going to talk about 3 powerful techniques that can help you learn English faster. These techniques are reading, shadowing, which also improves pronunciation, and thinking aloud.
Reading, shadowing for pronunciation, and thinking aloud. I like it already.
And I'm going to share real stories about how I discovered each technique and how they worked for me.
I love story time. Let's get started. Okay, Jake, so you mentioned these techniques changed your life. Take us back. Where did it all start?
All right, so picture this. 2 years ago, I was on a train. Just a regular day going to visit my cousin.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
And these 2 women sat across from me. They were having this animated conversation in English. Beautiful, fluent English.
And you understood them?
Barely. I had studied English in school, but I was still a beginner. I knew basic words, simple grammar, but real conversations, completely lost.
That must have been frustrating.
It was, but also inspiring. I thought, one day I want to speak like that. So I did something brave, or maybe stupid.
What did you do?
I tried to talk to them in English.
Oh, that is brave.
My grammar was terrible. I said something like, "Hello, I want learn English. You help?" Something embarrassing like that.
Oh, no. What did they say?
Here's the beautiful part. They smiled. They were so kind. They understood what I wanted to say. We had this short, simple conversation, maybe 10 minutes.
Aw, that's sweet.
And when I got off at my stop, they gave me their phone number. They said, "If you ever come to England, call us. We can help you practice."
Wow, that's really generous.
I know. And that moment changed everything. I went home that day and thought, I'm going to get serious about English. One day, I'll go to England.
And did you?
6 months later, I did.
6 months. That's fast.
I was motivated. I saved money, worked hard on my English at home, and finally bought a plane ticket to London.
Okay, so you arrive in London. Then what?
So I enrolled in an English school. My first day was nerve-wracking. New country, new people, and I had to speak English all day.
That sounds scary.
It was, but my teacher was amazing. Young, energetic, really passionate about teaching. First thing she asked us was, "How do you study English at home?"
Interesting question.
Right? Students gave typical answers. I memorize vocabulary, I do grammar exercises, I translate sentences.
Yeah, that's what most people do.
Exactly. But then she said something shocking. She said, I don't want you to study English. I want you to use English.
Wait, a teacher saying don't study?
I know. She explained that languages are for communication. So the best way to learn is to use the language, not study about the language.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
It does. And that's when she introduced technique number 1, reading. But not textbooks. She meant real English. Books, articles, stories, anything interesting.
So read things you actually enjoy.
Exactly. She said if you love mystery novels, read them in English. If you like sports, read sports news. Make it fun, not boring.
I like this teacher already.
Me too. She explained that when you read a lot, your brain naturally absorbs vocabulary and grammar patterns. You don't memorize, you learn through context.
Oh, so the words make sense because they're part of a story?
Precisely. For example, if you read a detective story and the word clue appears multiple times in different situations, you understand it without looking it up.
That's way more natural than memorizing from a list.
Way more natural. So I started reading. First, children's books. Yes, children's books.
Really?
Yes. And I'm not embarrassed. They were simple. I could understand everything. And they were actually interesting.
Smart strategy. Start easy.
Exactly. After children's books, I moved to young adult novels, then regular books. And my English improved so much.
How long did this take?
About 3 months of daily reading, just 15 to 20 minutes, and I could understand way more complex texts.
15 minutes. That's totally doable.
That's the point. You don't need hours, just consistency.
Okay, technique number 1 is reading. What's number 2?
Number 2 is shadowing. And this one specifically helps with pronunciation, something a lot of learners struggle with.
Oh, pronunciation. Yeah, that's tough for many people.
Very tough. And actually, there was a student in my class who had this exact problem.
Tell me about him.
So there was this guy from South Korea, super smart, read tons of books, watched movies constantly. His comprehension was excellent.
But?
But he rarely spoke. One day he finally admitted why. He said his pronunciation wasn't good, and he felt embarrassed to speak.
Oh no, that's so sad.
I know. So he asked our teacher, is there anything I can do to improve my pronunciation? And that's when she introduced us to shadowing.
Okay, explain shadowing. What is it?
It's beautifully simple. You listen to someone speaking English, a video, podcast, audiobook, anything, and you repeat exactly what they say at the exact same time.
At the same time, not after.
At the exact same time. You become their shadow. You copy their words, speed, tone, rhythm, everything simultaneously.
That sounds challenging.
It is at first, but here's why it's so effective. When you speak, you use mouth muscles, your tongue, lips, jaw. And sometimes you use them the way your native language requires.
Oh, so your accent comes from using your mouth muscles incorrectly for English?
Exactly. Our teacher explained it perfectly. She said, shadowing trains your mouth muscles to move the English way, not your native language way.
That's fascinating. So it's like physical training?
Exactly, like physical training. She also said children learn pronunciation this way. They copy their parents thousands of times until their pronunciation becomes perfect.
So shadowing mimics natural language learning?
Precisely. And you know what? She showed us a YouTube video demonstrating the technique, and we all tried it right there in class.
How did it feel?
Honestly, super weird at first. I felt like a parrot just repeating sounds. But after only 3 minutes, my pronunciation already felt more natural.
3 minutes? That's incredible.
I was shocked too.
my mouth felt more comfortable making English sounds. And our teacher said if you do this 10 minutes daily in a month, you'll see dramatic improvement.
Wow, so shadowing trains your speaking muscles and fixes pronunciation issues?
Exactly. And she gave one more tip. Before presentations or important conversations, shadow for 10 minutes as a warm-up. Your pronunciation will be much clearer.
That's such practical advice.
It really is. And the Korean student? After a few weeks of daily shadowing, his confidence skyrocketed. He started speaking more in class.
I love that. Okay, so reading for vocabulary and grammar, shadowing for pronunciation. What's technique number 3?
All right, technique number 3. This is my absolute favorite because it transformed my speaking ability completely.
Ooh, transformed? This sounds powerful.
It is. But first, I need to tell you about Monica.
Who's Monica?
Monica joined our class in week 2, and when she introduced herself in English, we were all stunned.
Why? What happened?
Her English was flawless, perfect pronunciation, natural flow, sophisticated vocabulary, like a native speaker.
Wow. So she'd been studying for years?
That's what we thought. Our teacher was impressed too. She said, "Monica, your English is beautiful. Your school in Italy must be wonderful."
And?
Monica smiled and said, "I don't go to any school. I learned English at home by myself."
What? At home?
That was everyone's reaction. We all went, "Wait, what?"
So how did she do it?
She said she used 3 techniques: reading, shadowing, and thinking aloud. The first 2 we already knew, but thinking aloud, none of us had heard of it.
Okay, I'm dying to know. What is thinking aloud?
So I raised my hand immediately and asked, "What's thinking aloud?" And our teacher warned us. She said, "This technique is very effective, but some people find it a bit crazy." Crazy? Now I really want to know. Right? So she explained, normally you think in your native language all day, every day. Thinking aloud means you think in English instead, and you say your thoughts out loud.
So I just talk to myself in English?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Okay, that is a little crazy.
I told you, but Monica explained how she did it, and suddenly it made perfect sense.
Tell me her story.
So Monica said when she started, she used extremely simple sentences. Things like, "I can speak English. It is good that I can speak English. I want to be better. I need to practice every day."
Very basic sentences.
Very basic. She admitted there was one challenge, though. Her Italian thinking was complex and long, but she couldn't express complex thoughts in English yet. So she had to simplify everything.
Oh, so she had to learn to think in simpler, clearer ways?
Exactly. That was actually the hardest part, learning to think simply in English. But she did it every day while cooking, walking, cleaning, constantly talking to herself.
And then what happened?
Here's the amazing part. A few months later, she met an Australian man on vacation in Italy. They started chatting in English.
Okay.
And Monica realized something incredible. She wasn't translating from Italian to English in her head anymore. She was thinking directly in English.
Whoa, that's the dream.
Right? That's the magic of thinking aloud. Your brain stops translating and starts working purely in English.
But wait, isn't it embarrassing walking around talking to yourself?
That's why you do it at home, in private, in your room, your car, wherever you're alone.
Okay, so not on the bus talking to myself.
Probably not the best idea. But seriously, think about it. When you talk to yourself, there's zero pressure. No one's judging, no one's correcting you.
Oh, that's actually brilliant. You can experiment, make mistakes freely.
Exactly.
You can try new words, different sentence structures, anything. And when you finally speak to real people, it feels natural because you've been practicing daily.
Did you try this technique?
Immediately. After hearing Monica's story, I started thinking aloud that same day.
And?
I would say within 2 months, my speaking improved dramatically. I could have full conversations without translating. My brain just worked in English.
That's incredible, Jake.
It really is. So those are the 3 techniques: reading for vocabulary and patterns, shadowing for pronunciation, and thinking aloud for fluency.
Okay, so we have 3 powerful techniques, but how do you actually use them together? What's a realistic daily routine?
Great question. Let me share what I did. Every morning, 15 minutes of reading. Could be anything, a short story, an article, whatever interested me that day.
Okay, 15 minutes reading in the morning.
Then 10 minutes of shadowing. I'd find a YouTube video or podcast and shadow along with it. This improved my pronunciation consistently.
And thinking aloud?
Throughout the day. While making breakfast, I'd think aloud in English. Walking to school, thinking aloud. Cooking dinner, thinking aloud. Basically, whenever I was alone.
So you're using English constantly in different ways.
Exactly. Reading trains comprehension, shadowing trains pronunciation, thinking aloud trains speaking. It's a complete system.
And how long did you do this?
6 months, consistently. And after 6 months, I was fluent.
6 months from beginner to fluent?
From struggling beginner to confident fluent speaker. Obviously, everyone's timeline is different, but these techniques genuinely work.
Because you're using English, not just studying about it.
Precisely. That's the key difference.
Wow, Jake, thank you for sharing your journey with us today. That was really inspiring.
Thanks for listening to my story.
Okay, everyone, so we covered 3 techniques: reading, shadowing for pronunciation, and thinking aloud.
These aren't complicated. They're not expensive. Anyone can do them with just a little time each day.
And now we want to hear from you. Go to the comments and tell us, which technique will you try first? Will you start reading more, practice shadowing, talk to yourself in English?
We genuinely want to know. Write in the comments. We read every single one.
And if this episode helped you understand how to improve your English,
Please subscribe. We share practical tips like these every day.
and share this with a friend who's learning English. These techniques can help them too.
Absolutely. One last thing before we go.
What's that? To everyone listening, learning English is a journey. It takes time, practice, and patience, but you can absolutely do it.
You really can. I'm proof. From that embarrassing train conversation to fluent speaker.
Yes, so be patient with yourself. Try these techniques, and remember, progress, not perfection.
Beautifully said.
All right, that's all for today.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
I'm Lily,
And I'm Jake.
and this is Leap English Podcast.
See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.